Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft. This is MegaTrain. Sorry I haven't posted a OceanBlock video in a long time. I've been playing Pancake Survival and Ultimate Hardcore and living life and doing other sorts of things. But I'm actually not all that far from completing all the objectives. The one thing that I'm missing, if you look at my potion stand in here, is I don't have any spider eyes, or I've got just a couple that I actually used. But that's the one major ingredient, spider eyes and fermented spider eyes, that I do not have. And my existing mob farm specifically excludes spiders, so I am actually building a new mob trap. And not sure if you recall, but this area used to be my side-by-side skyblock style cobblestone generator, but that has since been supplanted by a much more efficient one using pistons, now that I have some pretty fast picks. So I'm using this space to make my spider spawner. In the basic design, I'm really hoping this gives me some results here. Basically, I've got these spawning slabs. They're only about 8 by 5. That's about as much room as I had here. Hopefully they'll still be effective. And they're going to be a block and a half high. Apparently, spiders can spawn in that space. This top block could actually be glass or ice or any number of things, but half blocks should work well for our purposes. And these channels, or this channel, is going to have water, and it's just going to push these guys down to the front. So at this point, my plan is to not have any sort of a mob softener here that does damage to them. I really just need a couple stacks of spider eggs or spider eyes, so I'm not going to take the time to do that. But I am going to take the time to put on a couple more layers here. Same design, with blocks, a space a block and a half high. And I'm not even going to put additional streams. I'm just going to hope that they walk off the edge into the water and get pushed down to the front. So let me pause the video and or maybe do a time lapse and finish the build here, and we'll actually see if it's effective. Alright, we don't, I'm not sure if that's gonna produce tons and tons of spiders, but that should be enough for us to at least figure out if it's even gonna work. So let me finish enclosing this area. Alright, I am hearing some good signs, some good sounds. Let's see if they're coming from the right place. Opposed to ready to jump on me. Here's some spiders. Alright, I know they can track me. I'll go over this way where they fall down the side. Come on, spiders. Ooh. Alright, is it me, or is there altogether too much light in here? Is that the half-slab lighting glitch? I've replaced the roof with solid blocks, and I seem to have at least a couple spiders spawning in here. So we'll take a look. There we go. The sword, by the way, is a Bane of Arthropods 2 and Looting 1 sword, so that should be a good sword for this spawner. Hello there. Well, it's going to be slow, but it seems to at least be capable of spawning them. I'm not quite sure how to get better actual results. So maybe I'll try building it a couple of layers higher. Maybe I'll build the platforms out a little further this direction. If I go too far, I'm encroaching on my other spawner here. The one other thing that I'm going to do, right now my other spawner is turned off, so the only other place that hostile mobs can spawn is down in my slime spawner, which is down here. And we do get a pretty good amount of slimes. I saw a nice design on the Minecraft Reddit page the other day that I'm actually going to utilize here. And what it does is it puts cactus and hoppers in the corners. So the idea, of course, is that those slimes are going to work their way to one of the corners, rub up against those cactus, kill themselves, and drop right into the hoppers. So I'm going to actually try that. And not only will it collect my slime balls automatically, not that I have any shortage of those, but it should get rid of those slimes as soon as they spawn, or shortly thereafter, so that I can keep the hostile mobs, the hostile mob count low, and should let my spider spawner improve at least a little bit. This is not going to be quite enough to do everything the way that I wanted to. But basically, I'm just going to set this up as an experiment here. So I'm going to throw a couple of these in each corner. Obviously, I'm not yet feeding them into a chest or anything like that. I need some more. But that should be enough for me to tell if this strategy is even going to work. Alright, so we do have some spiders, but they're not all inside. I'm going to miss that one. I think I neglected to light this thing back up. So hopefully we don't get a creeper falling off the top or something. Let's go take a look. Alright, we're okay at the moment. Let me light this up on the top so that doesn't happen again. Not all that great. Not all that great. Alright, well I'm going to build this a couple layers higher. I may need to gather some more materials. But we'll see if that helps. Well, my spider spawner is now a 6-story wonder. And we will see if that does any better. Hoping that, I mean, I've really only got a couple at a time. I really hope that I don't, they are actually spawning on these these half slabs. Now these are on the top half of the block, so the top half of them should be normal block height, so they should be able to spawn on those. But we will test it out and see. Well, it looks like this is not quite working like I'd hoped. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, we got some in there, we got none in there. It looks like the small ones can get around the back. That's a problem. I'll try to put one here and one here, see if that fixes the problem. Alright, we got some cactus growth going on. Just a sand. One slime ball, 3 slime balls. Alright, so it is kind of working. I'll need to take out a little bit of extra space in this corner so I can put another cactus here. And I'll put one on the left, one on the right. And we'll see if that works any better. Well, we got some spiderage going on here. I'm not quite sure what our count is. 1, 2. One up there. Alright, so that's kind of a good sign that the spiders will actually spawn on the upper stories. I was kind of worried that they were only spawning on the bottom story. So that is a really slow spider spawner. I'm going to need to give that some time.
Alright guys, I've actually switched back to a different microphone. My headset mic died, so hopefully you can still hear me alright. Let me show you how our spider farm is doing. It seems to be doing not too badly. There's actually some conflicting information on the wiki as to whether looting increases drops for spider eyes or not. So I'm not sure, but it certainly couldn't make them any worse. Pick up this last one here. And let me show you how many I've accumulated so far. If you recall, my goal is to actually get 2 full stacks of spider eyes, and I've got just a little bit over 1 stack, so or a little bit over half stack. So that's where I am at the moment. Still a lot of work to do. The other thing that I showed you guys was my slime farm, and I did fully automate it. I had to actually raise each corner quite a bit to get it to work right. It seems to be doing a good job. At the very least, I can't guarantee that I'm getting every drop. Some of the drops might be disappearing on the cactus. But each corner has a chest accumulating slime balls. And they do seem to be working. So this is my final pattern. Couple of cactuses, kitty corner here, and 5 of those. And they're connected in this direction up into the corner. So that seems to be working pretty good. And hopefully that is actually increasing my my spider spawning, because I don't have to compete with a bunch of slimes that are sticking around. So 2 more things I want to show you before I close out this episode. There is an objective on the list for making a snow farm, and I've actually completed that. There's also an objective on the list for enclosing something in with a with cobblestone walls. So I've actually accomplished both of those at the same time. This corner of the house where my room is the taiga biome. So this guy's right on the edge of the taiga biome here. And I can dig up as much snow as I want. He should stick around and not disappear. Accomplished 2 objectives right there. The other thing that I've done on the roof of my taiga biome is I've made myself an ice farm. Now that is not officially one of the objectives, but basically what I've done here is that most of this space is in the taiga biome, but I've got a stripe here and a stripe there that's not. So I should be always able to, this pool should always regenerate, because these the stripe on these 2 edges should never freeze. And so after I get rid of the ice, it should always regenerate the rest of the thing and continue to freeze. So no specific objectives in our objective list for that, but I thought it would be useful, and I can use all this ice for different structures or for whatever I want it to do. So I'm getting really close to completing all the objectives here, really close to getting ready to go to the end and kill the dragon. So I'm going to probably work some more off camera and just check some of the smaller stuff off, and come back and show you more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. This is MegaTrain signing off.